I'm pretty sure Nintendo's already. I mean, they've talked about that. They're discontinuing some things with Switch. They're like they're
They're
moving.
still selling, so like why are they gonna stop?
I think they're also looking for the future because it's just the way the game play. But I was going to say, I think that it's good that you said it's inconsistent with the dropping of frame rate because at 30, you cannot go below 30 with modern day sensibilities. How can you have
No.
like a D-pad like the Switch has with an inconsistent frame rate? You want to get like when it should be instant and you can have different camera changes, angles, like how you're moving the sprite, whatever's happening in the environment, switching through menus, like all of that stuff should be seamless. Like if you have to take away a level, a villain, a quest to make a consistent frame rate, then like I'm down. So I think maybe I'm just that kind of a gamer where inconsistent frame rates frustrate me. But I
Yeah.
feel like if you're gonna have everything, like some sprawling landscape, like you have to have it be consistent. But like you said, like Zelda is, so it's still playable and fun and awesome and doesn't really bother you. But yeah, like I want to talk a little bit about, brings me with frame rates, brings me to what I've been playing is Super Ghouls and Ghosts from Capcom, which I think
Hell yeah.
is like it's classic, it's so fun. It's really hard, and I would never play it without save states. But on the SNES Classic, it has save states. I finally sat down and played it. I'm in like, you know, close to the end. I'm at the last castle, just getting crushed all the time. But I'm at a good save state. I'm just gonna keep trying to move forward a little bit. But I mean, the graphics are pretty sick for what it is. The sprites are amazing. Like the gameplay is cool. The only thing is like I was saying, the frame rate it really dips down because the game's at about 30 frames, and then sometimes it dips down low. But it seems like,
Yeah.
but even with a lower frame rate, it just makes your response slower. But the sprite, the enemy sprite is still gonna like get you. Like it still
Yep.
has that same trajectory and everything else around you is moving. So that was the one thing, like it's really that's not very consistently happening. So it's like it's still fun to play. If that was to could happen consistently, like I think then it would kind of move me to a position of never wanting to play a game like that. If you're gonna make it that
Right.
complicated, you need to make it smooth. But I
Absolutely.
mean, Capcom, Nintendo, like they're fine. I actually think the Sega Genesis version that they did on their own of Ghouls and Ghosts is better because you can shoot directly up, and down, which makes a huge difference in that game when things are coming at you from like every angle. Like seriously,
Yeah.
give it a try sometime. It's like it's wild. It's really it's a throwback to a different time.
Yeah, I love like it's like a platformer, or is it like more like Metroidvania style?
Um, it's kind of its own thing. It's like a platformer, but like a running gun. It's mostly a running gun with platforms. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
running gun where every single thing is trying to kill you, and you have two hits. It's almost like a little bit like Shadow Dancer, or like the older Shinobi games where you're kind of going around and you can only get hit once or twice, and the environment's like gnarly, and you can jump from platforms. My only complaint, besides the frame rate lowering, is the platforming in the game. Like you can't,
Yeah.
it's just wacky. But then it's one of those games where like you have to just play that game and get used to it because so many times I died just trying to jump from like one little platform to the other when nothing was really chasing me or trying to kill me. I don't use
Right.
the rewind feature. I just use the saves. So like I've just been like really learning how to do that, and I can't imagine somebody who has the time to like play that game the way it's intended and keep dying and going back to the beginning of the level. Because they don't have checkpoints within the levels themselves. So it's like you go
That's
back to the beginning. You only have like three continues. So I would have had to continue probably like in the game that I'm playing because it
yeah.
check like you see in the SNES Classic it tells you for how many minutes the gameplay is. So like I've been playing this game for like almost a week, like dying so many times, progressing, and I see there it's like 18 minutes. So it's like 18 minutes of gameplay, like come like spread over a week because it's so compressed and crazy.
So
It's like
unforgiving.
yeah, I'm just resaving, getting a little bit further, saving, going. Because also you don't want to save it if you've like lost your armor, because then
Right.
you're like, basically dead in the water. Or if you have to get the dagger. Get the dagger. That's what everyone says. Get the dagger. You get the dagger because it has really fast rate of fire, and it's really accurate. So it's like, you get the dagger, and then you open up this box. Oh my god, I got the torch. Now this torch is so slow, and like it's like a death sentence. So it's like
Yeah.
game two, you see that box. If you have a good weapon, you have your armor, just keep going. Because that or be a magician who turns you into like a seal or something. It's just like that game is so gnarly. But shout out to Capcom because they're fun and that's great. And shout out to
Yeah, that's
Nintendo for
yeah, it sounds like a sick game. And like I can't believe people used to beat that game in like the 90s without save states. Like
they still
save
do.
states are great just because like, as a casual gamer, I can't just spend a whole entire day trying to plug through a level. Like I just want to like I like playing through games and beating them.
Yeah.
I'm more of a single player gamer. Like I don't play like your Call of Duties, your Apex Legends, like anything like that. So like I just want to like enjoy the game and not I like appreciate difficulty, but at the same time I don't want to like just keep getting murdered and murdered and murdered and murdered. Like